Hello.
And welcome to my
in-depth analysis
on the Dutch history
We will be learning
via the map mode provided by the extended timeline mods of Europa Universalis Chapter, or as I like to call it,
IV.
So we're going to learn about how the Netherlands became so small, and how they'd let this monstrosity to form, ruled by lizard people, as you can see from this colour.
So, we'll be looking at the Dutch history from the year 58.
This was a time when everything about the Netherlands wasn't Netherlands, but instead was not Netherlands.
For example, the colour is disgusting. This thing here is known as Romy. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgraceful. And the Netherlands, as you can see, does not exist. Instead, you have
Frankians, or French people, who at this time are German and have not invaded the Latins in this region of the world. And the Frisians are
What will eventually become the Netherlands. Unfortunately, then they're in the wrong colour here. So I will now change the colour to... There we go, much better. Much better. Unfortunately, because of the way I will be looking at the map modes, that's the way we'll have to look at it. It's disgusting, not orange colour.
Oh, and also the religion here is Germanic. It's a religion that praises the Lord of Hammer, also called Germanic, and this was the religion that the Frisians praised, as well as all the German people praised the Lord of Hammers, also called Germanic. Although I'd like to think King Ubo Ubo was also the king of the Germanic faith.
Okay, let's skip 200 years later. Well, they don't seem to have expanded much. Yes, so this is a point in time where the Frisians did not really like to expand, despite their distant cousins, the Frankians, or French people, love to expand. I mean, if I just carry on skipping ahead, you're just gonna see them just... They're not... Look, the Roman Empire's even collapsed, and they didn't even look at the opportunity. Meanwhile, the Franks just took over Nassau. Dude, what happened to your game? You're not doing anything. Frisia, what you're crazy, Frisia. You're not expanding. I mean, Saxony's expanded, Lombardy's expanded. Everybody's either expanded or degraded, and you're like, you just come on, Frisia. Okay, another 100 years. Let's have a look.
I mean, the Western Roman Empire's gone. Frankie's invaded more shit, and you're like, I really like my land.
Well, let's skip another 100 years. This is the boring bit, by the way. Oh, well, Byzantium's, like, done something, but, has... I don't know, Frisia, you let Francia take all of this land. At least you haven't gotten invaded by them, but seriously now, you've really got to do something about this, Frisia. I mean, at least become Dutch or something, you know? You just... I mean, this colour doesn't suit you. I mean, let me just go back.
This colour. There we go.
This isn't really becoming a history thing. It's more of a, like, competition thing, which, hey, why not? It's a fun way of...
And you've become Franks, or French. I'm not too sure really what to say. I mean, you've not done a good thing. I mean, you know, it's kind of a relief that you've gone now, because I don't have to look at how poorly you performed.
Moving on away from Frisia, let's have a look at how the Franks do. And the Franks have now lost almost all their... they're gone. There's no such thing as Frank here. Instead, there's It's Flanders. Flanders! Hey, the new... I don't like this colour you've got. There we go. That's much better. Then this is what I'm on about when I'm talking about the Netherlands. But instead you got this stupid pretender fucking Lothridge again. You stupid, crazy, stupid thing. You're just taking over all this Dutch land. It belongs to the Netherlands, not you, Lothridge. Flanders, you better do something about this. I mean, you saw how Franco expanded. That's what you should do now.
Well done, Flanders. This is looking good. You're doing a pretty good job. You're just expanding the wrong direction. I mean, this is where you're supposed to go, not this way.
Well, you're definitely still expanding, but now Holland exists, so I kind of don't really want to think about you anymore, considering that you expanded the wrong direction.
Oh.
No, it's too big. Oh.
Oranges. 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 Yes. Yes. It's good, yes. Ah, that is good, yes. That's good.
Okay. How we doing? It's 10:66 and you've just had a little bit of an advertisement, boys.
Alright, we got Holland here, right? And he's accompanied by these fucking pretenders.
And Utrecht. And Flanders.
You know, these guys think they're fucking Dutch. They're not fucking Dutch. North Frisian, right?
We're gonna go ahead to just skip 200 years. How about that? How about we do that? Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing in Mongolia? Mongolia, fuck off.
Alright, I want my fellow Dutch peoples. Fucking Van Holland, mate. Oh, it's beautiful. We got two Frisias, mate. And we got Utrecht, we got Brabant, and we got Flanders, mate. Fucking Flanders, mate. It's fucking great.
And they're all inside of the, well, not Flanders, but the majority, they're just inside the Holy Roman Empire, just being governed by some German people from fucking...
Fucking French people, man.
So we got fucking Franks, right, back at it again with their fucking shitty fucks, you know, just trying to be leaders of Dutch. Well, this is fucking get out of this, you know, get back to the... How about 1444, you know, that sounds pretty promising. That's like, this just like... Right. Alright, how are we doing now? How are the Dutch doing?
So yeah, this is a time when they're in the under the Duke of Burgundy in a personal union. Like Duke of Burgundy, right? These French people, they think they're Dutch. Again, French people, they always think they're Dutch. They're not Dutch. They're French. They're always trying to control Dutch territory. I mean, you got these guys. Fair play, you know, they're just like not in this situation. You know, governing themselves. You know, like true Frisians. I mean, Frisians is a bit of an annoying nuisance, but at least they rename themselves to ignore their humiliating past of not doing jack shit and then getting invaded by French people or Franks, as they like to call themselves. And the leaders of the Holy Roman Empire is the Habsburgs, of course, who actually are Dutch. So hey, fair play to them. You know, the Dutch and Habsburgs, you know, hanging about. It's so cool. It's alright. It's cool.
Let's go to around this time. That's when Hieronymus Bosch, nice artist from the Netherlands, popped up. So yeah, at this point in time, Netherlands exists. Woohoo! And guess what? He hates the Spanish. Do you know why he hates the Spanish? Okay, well, I'll show you why he hates the Spanish, right? Netherlands hate the Spanish because the Spanish took all those oranges, all
Those delicious oranges.
in Peru are under Spanish control. Now, at this point in time, the Dutch really fucking like
Oranges.
They even have a dynasty named after the orange. And
Make the flag orange.
look at how orange. This is what the Netherlands is supposed to be. You know, they're just orange. Orangey. So that's just the 1578. So that war trying to get those delicious
Oranges.
out of those Spanish colonies.
Okay, so we're gonna skip ahead another 100 years? How about the 30 Years' War? And guess what? The Netherlands are still at war with Spain. Yes, that's right. The Netherlands hate the Spanish so much that they've stayed at war for
a long time. And this time, the Dutch have settled in America, trying to get them
delicious oranges and
Suriname. So yeah, good on you, Netherlands, trying to get them good old-fashioned nice oranges. You know, really going all out
on that orange shit.
Although your dynasty's got the wrong name, but that's okay. And oh yes, the Holy Roman Empire. It's something.
And this is the point in time when the Dutch go from Catholic to Reformed. You know, you went from praising a god who was a hammer to
this gay shit.
Moving on. 100 years from now, we have this state.
Just gotta wait for the loading. There we go. Right. Yet again at war with France. This is a nice another time when the Dutch were like, hey, let's team up with the British, have the same ruler rule us. The Orange ruler, William of Orange, bringing all of his oranginess across the world. And being at war with France and Spain, because fuck France and fuck Spain. Spain has
the oranges.
France just wants to subjugate the Dutch. So this is why both of the biggest naval nations just team up to fuck them up.
Also, the quest of oranges.
This massive navy continues with the colonisation of the Cape, or South Africa, some ports in India and in Indonesia. So we have to...
The Dutch really want them oranges, and the English are just helping them. However, they don't find
oranges.
They just find spice. Okay, we're going to go to a prosperous time.
So this time, I don't think that the Dutch are at war, not with Spain, but now with the Swedish, because fuck you, Sweden, that's why. And also, they're not upset about this region not being under control, because the good fellow Austrian and Habsburgs control it, who are originated from the Netherlands. Well, the dynasty did anyway. And the Holy Roman Empire still exists, with Austria in the lead, the Habsburgs. The Netherlands, you know, they quite like this, you know. They quite like the idea of being led by a dynasty that came from their country, and having all this controlled by the same people. So, you know, it's a good time. It's a prosperous time for the Netherlands. I mean, they're at war with Sweden, but they don't really give a shit. It's not really... It's like over there and they're here. You know, they don't really need to give a shit, because Sweden is going to get fucked anyway.
And 100 years from this point in time...
Revolutionary France. This is the time when France had a revolution, and
10 years from now...
the Dutch just get subjugated by Napoleon. So, good on you, Netherlands. You managed to get yourself subjugated. That's fantastic. I'm really proud of you, you know, being led by French.
Fucking Frank people, fucking fuck you. Just poor Dutch, man. Poor Netherlands. They're just being subjugated all the time by French people. It's humiliating at this point. It really is humiliating. So we're going to go to the start day. This is a time of Dutch history that was very prosperous, as for once they weren't at war. However, it was a sad time because
this thing formed.
It's run by lizard people. It's called Belgium, and it's a disgrace to the Dutch peasants. They just why? Why did this have to happen? You know, they always talk about this dreaded thing that has happened. And
in terms of the
orange situation, the quest for oranges, well, they've got Suriname as an
orange
production area. They did have this, but this was seized by the British.
So,
in this point in time, you had Van Gogh about, you had the bicycle that had recently been invented, and in terms of the search of oranges,
it's continued. They've gotten it into the inner parts of Borneo, and they've only found spice, of course. They didn't find any
oranges
here, and the orange
production is being outperformed by Peru. So the Dutch are a little bit upset, as they're going to start having to import their
oranges. So we're going to skip ahead. We're going to skip the First World War, because we all know the Dutch didn't really participate in that. However,
So, as we all know, 1939 was a revolutionary year in Dutch history, as it was the year when they reformed the army to primarily use bicycles as a mode of transport. And we all see how successful this is in the next battle that occurred when Germany attempted to invade the Netherlands. As we can see,
as shown here, yes, it wasn't a very successful way of fighting, but they did their best in terms of cycling all the way to their colonial area here, which didn't have any oranges. This upset them greatly, very much so. Oh, and this is now not owned by them, but they still have Suriname. This is still producing oranges.
But then after that, there's just another couple of events that occurred. Legalization of marijuana and shit like that. It's still cool. It's all happening, and it's just to skip, right? And then they came back. They came back to their homeland after they finished the war and saw how the Germans were like, dude, stop using bicycles as your weapon. Just have a regular normal army. And the Dutch agreed and just went back to normal. And
today we have what is the Netherlands. They released this region as they realized how useless it was because of the lack of oranges. However, the Indonesians love spice, so they greatly decided to take it from them. And Suriname became Suriname, but they no longer are under the Dutch, and the Dutch are now just happy cycling people next to a country run by lizards in the middle, in the corner of this corner of Europe. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the history of the in-depth analysis of the people of the Netherlands, also known as Dutch people. Oh yes, a geographic analysis shows how marshy and stuff is, as they were experts in making land out of nothing, as this is just all islands, and they just decided like, hey, let's just make land and stuff, and it's all great. We're great at making dams, we're great at making land, and we're great at flooding ourselves when we're being invaded by France and Spain. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen.
How's he going?
Do you like memes?
I'm Netherlander. It's good, yas. It's good, yas.
How's it going, eh? It's going good. I just got my back. I'm gonna go cycling soon, yes.
Okay, I'm going now. I'm going now. Oh no, it's... Oh, no. Oh, it's stuck. Goodbye. I'm going precisely.